Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to another episode of 162 Times, your daily baseball recap and preview show. I'm your host, Daniel Turner. Great to be with you Friday night here in Ottawa. It's been hot all week for late September. We're September 20th tonight. Going to be bringing you the action from last night, Thursday, September 19th. Reasonably busy day in Major League Baseball. Mariners were looking to salvage a victory from the three-gamer at home against the Yankees that had so far been quite cruel to them. And they did just that. They got a 3-2 win last night. Thank goodness. With the win, the M's go to 78 and 75, second in the West. The Yankees dropped to 89 and 64, first in the American League East. Logan Gilbert got his 8th win of the year, 8 and 11 now with a 3.24 ERA. He deserves more wins than that in his 32 starts this season. He also crossed the 200 strikeout and 200 inning mark on the season in this game. Yankees had 6 hits for 2 runs and an error. Mariners had 6 hits for 3 runs and an error. So very, very close. Gilbert was awesome as usual. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 9 Ks and a homer. Clark Schmidt started for the Yankees. I should also mention that Clark Schmidt took the loss 5-4 now, 2.37 ERA on the season. And Munoz got his 22nd save of the year, 2.03 ERA. So Schmidt's 5 innings gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them was earned. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Cousins did a third of an inning with a strikeout out of the bullpen for the Yankees. Hill, an inning and 2/3 with 2 walks and a K. And Clay Holmes, did an inning with 1 walk. So 9 strikeouts for Yankee pitching and 6 walks over 8 innings. Mariner pitching was Chargois for 2/3. Troy Taylor did an inning with a walk and a strikeout. Thornton did an inning with a strikeout, and Munoz struck out the side for the save in the 9th. 14 Ks on the night for M's pitching. Really, really good stuff. In terms of the scoring, bottom of 1, Justin Turner hit a sac fly, and there was an error by left fielder Jason Dominguez, which allowed Julio Rodriguez to score. So that was 1-0. Then Jorge Polanco also got a sac fly to right fielder Juan Soto this time, allowing Randy Arozarena to score. So that made it 2-0 in the bottom of the first. And J.P. Crawford singled in Luke Raley to cap off a 3-run first inning, which was all they would need. Jazz Chisholm homered in the third with Aaron Judge on base to make it 3-2. But that was the only scoring the Yankees mustered. So Mariners bullpen held it down for the rest of the game. Pretty good defense. And that's how we got through things. Raley had a good night, 2 for 3 with a run. And no horrible base running, although Dylan Moore did get thrown out at third at one point unnecessarily. So 3 games in a row where the brains are not super solid. Okay, out-of-town scoreboard. So on Thursday, the Orioles beat the Giants 5-3. The Guardians beat the Twins 3-2 in 10 innings. Huge result there for the Mariners. Braves over the Reds 14-3 in the National League. Blue Jays beat the Rangers 4-0. Nobody cares. Dodgers beat the Marlins 20-4. And Shohei Ohtani, and we're just going to pause here. Shohei Ohtani had one of the games of the entire history of Major League Baseball in this one. So his line was 6 for 6 with 4 runs, 10 RBI, no walks or strikeouts. Let me read that again. 6 for 6 with 4 runs and 10 RBI. He also had 2 doubles, 3 homers, and 2 stolen bases, which gave him 51 and 51, the first person to ever join the 50-50 club in terms of stolen bases and home runs. The 40-40 club was occupied by Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, Alfonso Soriano, Ronald Acuna Jr., and now Shohei Ohtani stands alone in his own category all by himself. One of the more impressive sporting feats I've ever heard of. When Wayne Gretzky scored 5 goals in his 39th game to get 50 in 39 games, and he needed to get 5 to get 50 that night. This kind of compares to that in some ways for me, but this might even be more impressive. Moving on. Rays beat the Red Sox 2-0. That's good for the Mariners. Cardinals lost 3-2 to the Pirates in the National League. No impact. Mets over the Phils 10-6. No impact. D-backs over the Brewers 5-1. No impact. Cubs over the Nats 7-6. No impact. And the Astros beat the Angels 3-1. So, before we tee up tomorrow's game, or tonight's game, rather, against the Rangers, we'll just take a quick look-see at the standings to see where things stand going into tonight's action. So in the division, the Mariners are 5 games back of the Astros with 9 games to play. And in the wild card, they are 2 games behind both the Twins and the Tigers. So the Twins are playing at Boston, and the Tigers are playing at Baltimore tonight. So tough games for both of them. The Mariners are, meanwhile, at the Texas Rangers, and so we'll tee that up. Mariners are 78 and 75, as we know, and the Twins and Tigers are both 80 and 73. So it'll come down to the next 9 games, which is pretty exciting. All right, so today, September 20th, very shortly, we will have first pitch, that is, in an outstanding pitching matchup. So we're going to have, for the Mariners on the hill, George Kirby, the Raja of Rye, the Wizard of Westchester, taking the bump, the 26-year-old. 12-11 this year with a 3.62 ERA and 31 starts, 179 innings pitched, 169 strikeouts, and a 1.08 WHIP. His last 7 games, he's 4-3 with a 5.45 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP, so he hasn't been great. But he did win his last game in the last series against Texas with 6 innings pitched and only 1 hit given up. So let's hope for a performance like that tonight. Behind him, he'll have Robles in right, Rodriguez in center, Raleigh at catcher, Rosarena in left, Raley at first, Turner DHing, Polanco at second, Crawford at short, and Rojas at third. That is the Mariners' best lineup. They're rolling it out tonight. On the Rangers side of things, they will have Jacob deGrom, 36-year-old from DeLand, Florida, 84 and 57 lifetime. He's made 1 start this year. He got through 3 2/3, 4 strikeouts, and a 1.09 WHIP. That was against Seattle. Gave up 4 hits, no earned runs in those 3 2/3. He is, interestingly enough, from the same college that Logan Gilbert went to, Stetson College in Florida. And behind deGrom, he'll have Simeon at second, Smith at short, Langford in left, Garcia in right, Lowe at first, Heim catching, Duran DHing, Tavares in center, and Ornelas at third. Haven't seen Ornelas much this season. Mariners, on paper, should win this game. It'll go at 7:05 p.m. Central Time from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Hoping for good things from the boys tonight.